They always seem to come back at the exact moment you stop needing them. And when that text shows up or that message comes through, the confusion hits fast. Why now? What changed? Here's the part most people miss. They didn't come back because you stayed the same. They came back because you didn't. This video breaks down what's really happening when a narcissist tries to re-enter your life after you've healed, grown, and finally found your footing. The version of you they're searching for doesn't exist anymore, and that reality quietly shakes them. A narcissist doesn't bond to who you are as a full human being. They bond to what you provided. Your patience, your empathy, your willingness to doubt yourself, so they never had to. Early on, they took a mental snapshot of you as someone who could be managed and accessed. Will they come back weeks, months, or even years later? They're not responding to who you are today. They're trying to interact with that old image, and it doesn't work anymore. Have you noticed how different it feels now if you do run into them? How their presence feels irritating or draining instead of powerful. That's not an accident. You've learned the language. You recognize patterns like gaslighting, projection, and emotional baiting. Your nervous system doesn't light up the way it used to, and that calm clarity is deeply uncomfortable for someone who depends on confusion to stay in control. This is also why seeing them with a new partner can feel so painful and so misleading. It may look like they've moved on or changed, but the pattern never changes. Idealize, devalue, discard. The new person is just earlier in the cycle. And here's a hard truth that brings relief once you see it. Going back to you isn't about love. It's about convenience. You already knew the rules. You already adjusted yourself. Starting over with someone new takes effort. Pay attention to how they test the door when they return. Maybe it's a casual memory. Maybe it's a fake apology. Maybe it's a sudden crisis meant to trigger your empathy. They're checking to see if the old access point still exists. When it doesn't, they become restless, defensive, or dismissive. You may even hear things like you've changed or you're cold now. That's not an insult. That's confirmation. You didn't become bitter. You became boundaried. You didn't harden. You woke up, and that awareness changes how you move forward. You no longer overshare with strangers. You no longer rush connection. You observe behavior. You let trust build slowly. That's not fear. That's discernment. It's the wisdom that comes from surviving something that tried to break you and failed. Here's the part one want you to really sit with. If you go back to who you were, the disrespect always escalates. The cycle gets shorter. The punishment gets quieter and deeper. But when you stay grounded in who you've become, their power evaporates. Indifference becomes your shield. Silence becomes your strength. So when they reach out and try to pull you back into the past, remember this. They're not missing you. They're missing the version of you who didn't know better. That person is gone. If this message resonates, take a moment to like the video so it reaches someone who needs it. Subscribe for more grounded conversations like this, and keep watching. You're not alone on this path.